This Somalian guy tried to drive a massive Amazon truck through the airport delivery. We have a man who was furious because as he was working on a car on the side of the road, he was almost hit by a foreign truck driver.
Nearly took my stinking life. I see my life flash before me.
He's on a residential road.
Bro, I got lost, right? And the guy saw me.
And something tells me that this is not going to end very pretty. That and so much more coming up. Please make sure that you are subscribed. There's massive news coming out of the Department of Transportation. They have just sidelined 10,000 truck drivers for English proficiency failures. And I'm so happy for this. A Chinese national who slammed into a vehicle in Tennessee who took the life of an individual and caused a major traffic jam this week. And Sean Duffy says to make matters worse, this driver had a non-domiciled CDL from New York and could not speak English. We've all been pointing fingers at California for handing out CDLs to whoever, but it sounds like there's a lot of issues coming out of New York as well.
This nationwide audit, we found the worst offender, which is the state of New York. 53% of New York's non-domiciled CDLs were issued unlawfully or illegally. Now, what New York does is, if an applicant comes in and they have a work authorization for 30 days, 60 days, 1 year, New York automatically issues them an 8-year commercial driver's license. That's contrary to the law.
I don't understand what is the point of this. Why do liberal cities try to ruin everything for themselves and everybody else who lives there and put their own safety in danger time after time in so many different ways? It doesn't make sense. Do they really need truck drivers that bad? Because what they're actually getting is situations like this. This is a video coming out of California.
How are you going to be paying? How are you going to be paying?
Can me the money?
Can I send you money?
What did he say? First time I see an Amazon trailer trying to make a delivery here in LAX. If you guys are familiar with the area, this is pretty much where the arrival's at. The delivery driver who said he's from Somalia said that the delivery is here at LAX. Well, you can see over there in the distance, that's where the arrival's at for the passengers.
Was he driving up to the airport thinking, man, this is a big mansion. These people must have a lot of money. Did the airport order something? It makes no sense. Did he just see the arrival sign and think, oh, this is where I arrive? Like, I cannot make sense of this.
The arrival's at for the passengers.
The location to delivery is...
Look at, sure. I'm the captain.
Why'd you go this way then?
Huh?
Why'd you go this way?
You know the Garmin?
Your GPS?
The GPS, the Garmin, yeah, it's just telling me to use this way.
Oh, to go through the arrivals?
Yeah, to back it up, the hose this.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he ripped off his lines.
Don't!
Right there. Damn. Okay. Oh, okay, he did.
So these companies try to save money by hiring foreign drivers, and then they destroy these incredibly expensive trucks. Make it make sense to me. In the long term, it's not good for anybody, and it's putting people in danger.
All right, first, what are you loaded with?
Yeah, to the Amazon.
Now I'm just having the driver back up and reconnect this trailer after hitting that K-rail. Oh, wow. Just connect the ones that connect to the light.
Huh?
Connect your light. There you go.
Sensational.
As you can see, tacoed his rim flat, and he tore off all his lines here. See that?
They need to send on the group.
The group?
The group?
On the group.
Oh, group chat?
Yeah, well, why would I send a link to a group chat? Is he the one paying? If he's not the one paying, I want the direct person that's gonna pay. I'll give you 10 minutes. If not, I'll just have I'll have the truck impounded. Tacoed rim. The drive of shame.
I would not recommend it. Your dog is not mine.
This is a truckload of absolute nonsense. He had no idea what a light was. He doesn't know how his truck works. And also, when I've spoken to truckers, they say one of the main issues with foreign drivers is they think they can use a GPS, but those don't show the height and weight restrictions. They don't show where they're not allowed to drive, like an airport arrival section. Or can you imagine just being on a residential road where our kids play or ride their bicycles and somebody thinks that it's okay to drive a semi truck down them? I mean, he's following what his Garmin watch told him to do. There's a reason why people are upset.
I'm out here, Bremen exit, just nearly got hit and killed by another semi-truck driver. You can guess what kind of driver it is. Stinking foreigner, nearly hit and killed me. Came within inches of me. I got in my truck, left the truck I was working on, got in my truck, chased them down into Georgia, and these troopers and this officer caught up to us. Y'all, something's got to be done. I am shaking. I have a wife, a kid, and one on the way, and one of these just nearly took my life today. I am shaking, you guys. Nearly took my stinking life. I seen my life flash before me. When I tell you this truck nearly hit me, it was in a foot of hitting and killing me. Guys, I'm out here.
Oh, that video just gives me the chills all over. And I mean, he was lucky. He was fortunate that we are not reading headlines about this man who had an entire family who is now without their dad. Okay. And this just makes me think a lot of these truck drivers don't even have the common sense of a normal driver. Like American normal drivers have more common sense than these foreign truck drivers, because we know when somebody is pulled off on the side of the road, you switch lanes. You don't get 1 foot away from hitting them. That is just absolute barbaricness. Okay. It is just totally barbaric. This is coming out of Ontario, and they claim that he was an Indian truck driver. Okay. Like, dude, this is embarrassing. How do you not realize this? How did you get in the truck and not realize that you never lowered this thing down? Dude. Like, if we cannot expect people to do something as obvious as this, then how can we expect them to use their blinker, stay in their lane, and follow the laws? I have this tiniest car, and I always question if I can fit during a U-turn, because the last thing I'd ever want to do is need to be able to back up and then go forward again. I try to avoid U-turns at all costs. And for some reason, in the last few years, I have seen more truck drivers attempting to do U-turns than I have seen in my entire lifetime combined. It is just disgraceful. There's too many videos like this. Like, he's on a residential road. Oh, gosh. Oh. And there's a long line of truckers waiting to pass this guy.
Gonna be on TikTok tonight. We're all in big ass rigs. So.
I know, everybody.
So you have one foreign truck driver blocking a bunch of deliveries, blocking an entire system. but yet it was worth saving
I know. I see it.
a little bit of money. And by the way, they lower the prices that American truckers get paid per mile too.
Oh yeah, but they're gonna get his ass right now. They're not gonna.
I feel bad for these truckers who have to put up with foreign truck drivers because they have a really difficult job. They spend oftentimes weeks away from their families. It's a dangerous job. They have to drive in some of the most insane conditions. And a lot of our states have incredibly icy roads. And they don't even know how, like some foreigner truck drivers don't even know how to drive a car on icy roads. It's dangerous. They need to be incredibly skilled. Here's another example of a brilliant idea to make a U-turn.
Bro, I got lost, right? And the guy saw me, right? It was not, don't you dare making a U-turn in my yard.
Half a mile turn right.
Yo, I had to make a U-turn because I don't know what's ahead of me. Hey, you gotta understand that, baby. It says no truck through. I'm not trying to take a chance, baby. And he was like, don't you dare make a U-turn, you boy. I'm sorry, boy.
This guy brings up a point that makes me so angry. And that's that I've seen in third world countries how the transportation works, the public transportation. These bus drivers that move the public, they will race each other and fight, break laws, whatever, just to be able to pick up the next person before other buses to try to make more money. So basically what this guy, I don't know, the idea of what he's saying that I'm getting is that I don't want to like waste time. I don't want to deal with all of that. I got to make a U-turn so I can hurry and get back on the road quickly. So it's selfish, not caring about the safety of others, but the quicker I go, the quicker I can, the more miles I get, the more money I'm going to make. And so they're neglecting safety because of that. Maybe they know that making a U-turn is stupid, right? Well, this guy is bragging about it for some reason. On top of that, while he is making this U-turn, he's filming himself. It's dangerous to record yourself in a car. Okay, see, I could barely make a video and pretend to film myself right now. So, like this, while you're holding the wheel of a massive truck is not a good idea. Trucks are heavy. Like you have to have both hands on the steering wheel at all times. And also people looking down at GPSs is not safe either. American truck drivers grew up in America, and you can't take away that value that there's some parts of our culture that they just get. You cannot take shortcuts in life like this person's trying to do, blocking a double laned road that you're not even supposed to pass on.
This guy making a U-turn on the 78 and he's gonna bury it right now. I need to tell him, not a good idea. No, he's gonna get stuck as fuck. Hold on. So, straighten your wheel. Turn it that way, turn it that way. No, he's fucked,
Yay, by saving 10 minutes by getting off of the exit and then going back onto the opposite side of the highway or whatever, or pulling into a gas station, whatever you need to do to safely turn around and spend 7 minutes, you saved that just to cost yourself and everybody else hours.
So this is where a truck driver that was caught in traffic came up, and I'm not a truck driver, but I do know that there's a switch on the dash that if you switch it, it activates both drive axles as opposed to those guys.
Oh, look at that cowboy. That was impressive.
It activates both drive axles as opposed to those guys that didn't know that and they were only spinning the rear.
I'm just dead because I hear this guy talking. He's like, I'm not a truck driver, but I know all of this incredibly specific stuff. Way more qualified to be a truck driver than those guys.
Okay.
What a hero. That guy saved their butts.
Okay, we're back down the road. They're not stuck anymore. But you know what? So I tried to talk some sense into those guys, and there was two of them. They were running doubles. Neither one of them spoke English, and I'm not being that guy, but they had no idea what was going on. Big mess.
Please be that guy. We need to be that person. Man, oh man. This person says these incidents are way too common.
The driver, allegedly. My attorney says I got to keep saying that word allegedly. So this morning, our deputy stopped this truck for several violations. One was had bald tires, had 3 flat tires, it had a tail light that was out, and it appeared to be severely overweight. So he stopped the vehicle. The deputy got out of his patrol car and was approaching the driver when this truck began to roll backwards and hit the front of our patrol truck. So much damage that it's out of service now. We can't use the truck until it gets repaired. Why did that happen? Because allegedly, this truck had inoperable brakes, and so it rolled back into our patrol truck. The driver did not have a CDL, was not documented, and is now in the custody of Immigration and Customs, him and the passenger. And we called High Patrol over to do an inspection on this truck. 23 out of service violations. And as I drive by this vehicle, those of you who are experienced truckers can probably pick out all the safety violations right here as I drive by. I mean, look at these hoses here at the cab. Look, you can just tell the truck looks to be overweight. So I'm in the impound lot now of the tow company. I just had a conversation with the owner of this company who says that, you know, the person who was driving was not authorized to be driving and should not have been driving the truck.
It's like, how did he get behind the wheel? Like, who gave him the keys? Who hired him? And now sounds like he might be deported. I think in many ways, this is attempted M-word just to the general public. With that many violations, driver got turned around for not speaking English. Wonderful. They should have called ICE.
I'm telling you, it's bad. So, his company is UUL. What are you doing, driver? Driver, what are you doing? If you don't understand, I cannot help you here. I want him to go back to the end gate. Go back to the end gate, and I'm going to help him at the end gate because I want to see what he has, but I cannot discuss with you what he wants from me. I can't do that. So some terminals, they won't allow him to even do that with what we're talking about here. I want him, tell your driver to go to lane number 2, and I will help him in lane number 2. I will help him in lane number 2. Huh? Next driver, how can I help you?
It's frustrating just in general speaking, and somebody doesn't understand what you're saying. One time in middle school, I was in class, but my sister's grade was out on like the blacktop during recess time, and a Pepsi truck would come to drop off soda to the faculty because we never had soda. And so I believe it was just for the faculty, but it was a massive semi truck. And this dude gets out to make his delivery while the kids are playing on the blacktop. And then his semi truck began to roll into the blacktop, and it rolled into a fence, a wired fence. And so it got tangled up in it and kind of stopped it. And the guy came outside like just shocked. He was so embarrassed. He couldn't believe it that he didn't put his truck in park. And my sister tells stories of the teachers like screaming, running, and just telling everybody to move, and just how terrifying that was. And it's a job with a big responsibility because, first of all, they make it so we have everything in our stores. So it's a necessity. And along with that, these trucks are so massive that there is no tolerance that can be had for people who don't speak English in this job. I am happy that our country is beginning to look safer now that those 10,000 non-English speakers are not going to be driving trucks. I believe that there are so many accidents and lives saved because of this. Would you triple check that you're subscribed to my channel? And also remember that we go live every single Friday. That is today. And I would love for you to join us. I will see you over there. Bye.